Hello again from my front porch. What a week it has been. I tell you, and mostly it's ATD stuff, the Association for Talent Development. It's just been a week of a lot of work that I had to do. We've talked before about the structured on-the-job training program that I created at Waldinger, that developed for them to use, and how successful it has been in its implementation. And as a result of that, I got to speak at ATD's International Conference last year, and the reaction to the session was extremely positive. In fact, the only real negative feedback of an attendee was that the title talked about how we were going to talk about skill-based or training for skill-based jobs, and the person complained that they expected to see more about skill-based jobs, and the stuff that we talked about could be used for just about anything. Yeah, okay, well, as complaints go, I will accept that. Yes, indeed, the concept can apply to almost anything. Yeah. So anyway, they are allowing me to come back and basically do the session again this year. Now, of course, I tweaked it a bit, I updated it some, but for the most part, it's the same session. But they're also allowing me to do a second session, and we've talked about this too. So this is new. However, this week I had to have all of my session materials done and submitted, because what they do is they have an app for all the attendees, because there's 10, 15,000 people that attend this from all over the world. It's an international conference. And so they have an app that you can look at all the sessions that are happening, and you can use that app to say, okay, well, let's see, what is it that I want to attend? And included in the session is the description, the wonderful photo of the very handsome and dashing speaker, and then also the materials, the PowerPoint, and handouts, anything like that you have. And so that all being the case, I made sure to provide that for the folks to make use of. Anyway. So I had to have those submitted this week. So I had to get those all finished up and tweaked, got those submitted. Also this week, based on the session that I'm doing on the structured on-the-job training, ATD has a magazine called T&D Magazine, and the editor, or one of the editors of the magazine, contacted me and asked if I'd be willing to write a brief article about the program to be included in their July issue. Maybe their July, that's what he's shooting for, but that was the goal. And so I had to have that submitted this week too. So got that wrote and submitted to them. And then also, now last Friday was actually the deadline that I had to have my latest revised version of my book chapter submitted, because we're still in the proposal stage. I wrote it, and then they gave me some feedback. I tweaked, submitted it, and then they gave me a little bit more feedback and some suggestions. The suggestions were very, very helpful, by the way. And they gave me the suggestions, and I sat back down and retooled it again based on what it was that they gave for feedback. Submitted that. That had to be in by this last Friday. Well, this week I finally heard from them that they looked at it, they received it, that this version was fantastic. It was much better than the previous attempts. It really fit what they were thinking and the chapter needed to look like, and that now they were very excited to take it to the committee meeting where all of these different parts come together, and they pitch the book things that each of them are working with, to see if the committee as a whole agrees, yes indeed, this is a book to move forward with. So that meeting, well, now I was told this week, got my feedback, good job with the chapter, it looks so much better, it's solid, it works with what we're thinking, we're ready to take it to the meeting, and that meeting will happen this coming Wednesday. So keep your fingers crossed. That's where hopefully we'll finally, after months of just getting to this point, I'll get a green light and can start moving forward with the book stuff. So that would be exciting. So all of that happened this week. So that was a lot to have to deal with this week. And that's not even my day job stuff. There was still stuff that had to be done, for the people who pay me to do stuff for them. Oh man. So this weekend now, this weekend is Easter weekend, first of all, and so I'm, no big plans to go out and do stuff. Hung out with my Abby Normal friends last night. That was a fun time. Even made some new friends. That was cool too. But today I'm very low key. I'm at home. You see, I'm wearing, the beat up old shirt. I'm doing some things around the house. I'm trying to hook up some headboards and things that I think I talked to you about those previously. But anyway, trying to get that stuff done. A couple other little task things here around the house. But I'm also working on BBC America. They are doing a Doctor Who marathon. They've been doing it for several days because tonight is the season premiere of the new series of Doctor Who. And they, in England, what we call a TV season here, they call a series over there. So we're now up to series 10, season 10. But in England, they also apparently don't worry about, when, here we know that in the fall is when new shows begin. And about this time in, April, May timeframe is when the TV season ends. And then the summer season begins, where you got the B string, that comes in and tries to fill the channel's time slots and stuff. But in England, apparently they don't care about that, because last year there was no Doctor Who whatsoever, and they put off beginning the season until today. And so it'll be, and it's only, I believe, only 10 episodes. So it'll be 10 boom 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 Saturdays that the new series will be on, and they'll be done until Christmas. There'll be a Christmas special in Christmas. It's just the way the English do it, I guess. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to that tonight, and I've got the TV on downstairs with, of course, the Doctor Who marathon going, and so keep peeking in and checking on that, because that's part of my relaxation too. But then tomorrow, Easter Sunday, I am really looking forward to this. I'm going to be going to Carroll to hang out with my mom and dad and go to church with them in the morning and just spend some good quality time with my parents. And so that's going to be really great. Unfortunately, my son Alex can't go because he's working a double shift at Rock Bottom out in West Des Moines. So if you have not made lunch or dinner plans, go out to Rock Bottom, and maybe you'll get to see Alex and you can wish him Happy Easter. And so, yeah, plan to do that. When I get back to Des Moines, I'll probably go out there and try to get seated in his section, and so I can get a chance to see him and, tip him well. So anyway, that's what's all going on. I'm excited about everything that's and it's a beautiful day outside. I'm sure I'm going to make an excuse to try to get outside a bit too and enjoy some of that. But the grass is looking really green. We've been getting a lot of rain. Now we got sunshine, and I can see it kind of waving a bit. I think maybe we're gonna have to bale this first one instead of mow it. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's a fantastic Easter weekend. I hope that you have great, wonderful plans for Easter, and just embrace this time frame. Now, you do, of course, realize Easter is not about the bunny and Cadbury eggs, and all that kind of stuff. It's a religious holiday. And I know there are a lot of people don't like talking about religious stuff. Well, tough, it's my show. The real reason is, of course, the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, you don't believe that? I'm not going to force that on you. I believe that. I said that makes no sense. That's illogical. Do you have any clue how many things every one of us accept on a daily basis that makes no sense and is illogical? So don't even come at me about that. It's not. I know it's what I believe. If you don't believe it, again, I'm not going to force that on you, but don't force on me your non-belief either. We'll agree to disagree, But in the meantime, I'm still celebrating, because that's why this weekend is so, everyone talks about it as being a weekend of new life and new purpose. Well, that's why, because it's supposed to be Resurrection Sunday. See, new life. That's where it comes from. So enjoy this weekend of new. Even if you're not a religious person, even if you're not going to go to a church, even if you're not going to celebrate Easter, as per se, then okay, fine. That's your choice. But do enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the birth of new life. It's all around us. There's so much to do. So, however you choose to celebrate this weekend or spend this weekend, just enjoy it. Just have a good weekend. And I will see you next time from my front porch.